Hey everybody, Brian Canary here. Got an update on the open house, Fort Wayne open house Sunday report. And I want to just tell you the basic idea behind the open house Sunday. It's really primarily what it is. It's a value-added service that I offer to people who want to sell their homes. It can be a realtor or it could be a FSBO for sale by owner. It doesn't matter. But what it ensures a couple things. One, it helps me give value-added services, because if you get out there and you film the house, talk about the house, give exposure to the house, give exposure to the realtor, let them talk about themselves and what they do and why someone should choose them. We put it up there on the YouTube channel, and it's just another source they can use. I send a copy to them, they can send it out, they can share it with their friends, and friends can share it with other friends, and hopefully it just raises the awareness, raises the SEO ranking, and over time that's going to help stimulate obviously sales of the house, and then also they're the exposure with the realtor. Hopefully it'll get them some more business. So, and I do that, free of charge, just a value-added service. It also helps me as well. So it's a win-win, because it does several things for me, actually. Number one is it gives me exposure as well. I don't put the camera on me a lot of times. I'm not the star of the show. They're the star of the show, but nevertheless, I'm the interviewer, or if you will, and just gets my exposure, my name out there too. So it's a win-win there. And really, the other really purpose though of Open House Sunday, that's the value-added component. It's the win for somebody who's trying to sell their house. But the other thing is that it gets me out there. It forces me to get out there, because it's something that I want to do. I'm committed to doing anyway. But it gets me out there. I meet realtors. I talk to people. Talk to realtors. Talk to people selling their homes, and I get business from it. Well, at least that's the theory. Now, I say that jokingly, because surely there's a correlation between getting out and talking to people and getting more business. At least that's what I'm told. So this really what Fort Wayne Open House Sunday is, it's really a chronicle, and it's a record, if you will, kind of a video diary, or really a documentary, a documentation and a documentary of a mortgage guy trying to rise up to be the top mortgage producer in the entire area. So, that's the goal, that's the intention, and Open House Sunday is just really a piece of that documentary, the main body of that documentary. So, it's definitely for selfish purposes, but it's also to help others too, and that's what it's all about. I think people will say that over and over, that in order to succeed, a lot of times you gotta help others, and you gotta give value added. So that's what it's all about. And so this is part of that documentary. I'm not going to go too long, but I just wanted to share with you this Open House Sunday. I'm not going to show you the open house videos. I didn't take any this Sunday, but that's okay. It was offered to some people, and sometimes people want to do it, sometimes they don't. And but what happened was interesting. A couple quick stories for you. Coincidentally was told this week, or a story was told to me by, we won't mention any names or institutions per se, but an owner of a large bank, high volume, high producing, low closing cost, and great rate bank owner said, hey, yeah, we got some people in some of our offices that have hired some used car salesmen recently, and they got a great work ethic, work 60, 70 hours a week, calling a bunch of people, going out on Sunday, talking to realtors, and boy, they talked to realtors, and the realtors responded. They got, like $5 million worth of loans in their first month. So, wow. And I think his point was that, hey, you got the best price, you've got the best rates. Go out and get business. Go out and talk to people. That's the main message. Go out and talk to people. And also in that is, the more people you talk to, you're going to get business. So I thought that was interesting, and the fact that I am doing that, and I want to keep doing it. And so it's not just going to be a hit or miss thing. It's really an every Sunday type of thing, really a real ritual for me. And so I just thought that was interesting. So I'm going out and doing that. And I think, again, proving the theory, either right or wrong, that going out and talking to people, is correlated with getting business. Now, I've been assured by two people this weekend that it's true. Well, we're going to see. We're going to see if they send me business. Not every conversation is fantastic and great. Some are more interesting than others. But I met a very interesting realtor, and she talked to me about somebody I knew from the past that she did a lot of business with, and that person's no longer in this area. But anyway, so I think that's going to possibly be some business there. And someone else, and they said, yeah, definitely. Going around talking to people, great idea. They liked it. They're impressed with it. So another realtor, she told me the same thing. She goes, yep, I think it's definitely a correlation between talking to people and getting out and more business. So we'll see. We'll find out. And then whether I get business from those specific people or not, it's sometimes it's almost a coincidence. Like when you put things out there and you reach out to the universe, if you will, that things will come back your way. So again, coincidentally, don't know if it's coincidence, but over the weekend I get a text, somebody, hey, I'm buying a house. A former customer of mine who I think refinanced him 2 or 3 different times over the last few years. He knows about the low closing costs and the great rates. So of course he didn't hesitate to reach out. And anyway, I just talked to him, and he's we're going to get his information and get him pre-qualified, and he's going to buy a house. So I thought that was interesting. Business sometimes will come one way or the other. And again, maybe it's just purely coincidence, but it's like the old saying where the harder you work, the luckier you get, type of thing. So we'll see. Well, that's it. I just wanted to share with you some insights on that and my weekend in a nutshell. And we're going to keep chronicling this and talking about it, and we'll see over time. One last thing I'll leave you with is if you know anybody who does want to get into the mortgage business and wants to have the absolute best pricing and lowest cost for their customers, actually send them my way. Contact me, and we actually have a few openings, have a few empty slots we can fit them into, and it's hard to lose when you can save people a lot of money, and you got some good high volume servicing to back it up. So that's all for today. Hope that helped. And again, it'll be an interesting chronicle of events. Hopefully we can keep this rolling for a long, long time. And again, my goal is to look back 10 years from now, hopefully sooner, but I'm just picking 10 years out of the sky. 2027, look back and watch these videos and being the #1 producer. It might be interesting if that actually happens, but that's the goal. Thanks.